Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We have 5 minutes till we're going to begin. Please grab a friend to join us, and we'll begin promptly at 8:30. We're going to talk about calendar, keep, and tasks.
chat.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Gail and I were just chatting away, talking about coffee and tea. And Tuesday, everyone. Gail and I were just sorry.
Don't know why.
We had an echo in the room. Yeah, we were just chatting, and all of a sudden we looked down and we saw Betty's comment and thought, "Oh, we're late." So thank you, Betty, for that subtle reminder. We appreciate it. Otherwise, we may have just kept chatting. Good morning. We're going to learn all about Google Calendar, Keeps, and Tasks. These three programs are going to change the way that you work every day in whatever environment you're in. I don't care if you are a secretary or a teacher or a hospital homebound person, or it doesn't matter. These three programs are pretty powerful if used effectively. So Gail and I are going to teach you all about them. So I am Melissa Matthews. You can put the name with the face, or the voice with the name, I guess. Our wonderful webcam points to the wall, so it's not very helpful. Otherwise, we'd probably use it to share with you, but so that you could see our little faces. But we're not going to today. And I'm here with
Gail Sigalakis. Morning, everyone. This is the makeup for when I did mail in place of calendar last time. So now you get calendar. So yes. A lot of people who are interested in calendar.
And I actually did what Gail did. So mail, keep, and tasks, I feel kind of go together. And so that's why I set it up that way. So this morning I was about to teach you mail, keep, and tasks. And Gail was like, no, remember, we messed that up. It's calendar. So thank goodness for Gail. So we're all better now. Yay. So we'll teach you the right thing. So without further ado, let's move on. So a lot of you are currently watching on the weekly webinar website. So you have that playing. You can see us going here and look, ooh, instant. If we click that YouTube link down at the bottom right, I'm going to click it. And now I'm in this other window for YouTube. Yes. But I also have my chat over here. Now, I don't know what YouTube was thinking, and YouTube, I apologize. But if you click it from top chat to live chat, and every time you click on and off YouTube, it flips back. I don't know why, but you will see every message. If it is on top chat, you will not see every message. So be mindful of that. Also, see how blurry this is? Looks pretty bad, right? If we click on the bottom right corner, that little gear, and we make the quality 720, now you can read everything. So hopefully those hints helped. I'm going to get out of these tabs real quick and back to our presentation so that we can begin. So I want to make sure that my notes are up. And so here we go. So weekly webinars are offered every Tuesdays at either 8:30 in the morning or 3 p.m. They are 2 points each week, and you must be registered in ELM for the class. So basically the class now is one per week. It was semester, but a lot of people worry about their points come like the end of March. So this group is January through like March 12th, I want to say. And then I have another one from the end of March through May. So those of you not going crazy about your points for this June, you can all keep taking all the classes, but I tried to make it so that I could close out that class. So A, it's easier for me, and B, you guys get your points a little faster. So hopefully that helps. Moving on. Calendar, keep, and tasks, or tasks and keep. In the chat window for me, now that y'all know how to get there, do me a favor, go ahead and type your favorite features in one or all of those three programs. Tell me what you think. What do you use all the time? What can you not live without in those three things? Or do you not use any of them? And that's okay to type that as well. And I know we have about a 5-second delay, so I'm going to give you just a second to type something in that window, in that chat window. And again, if we have about 5 people that just jumped on. So if you're at weeklywebinars.palmbeachschools.org, bottom right corner is that YouTube link. And then you'll see off to the right, the chat window. So the calendar, setting up notifications and reminders, Martha, that's a great one. Colors on the calendar, we like that too. I like being able to be blue because blue is my favorite color, and I can make you whatever color you want to be. I like the notifications too, Sue. I can't tell you how many times I've been working at my desk, and without that notification, I swear to you, I would just keep working and not go to whatever meeting I was supposed to go to. So thank goodness for notifications. Calendar appointments, Lester, I like that. Never used it until Saturday. Learned about tasks and love it, Betty. Good. I don't use them. However, I do get reminders from our school calendar. Okay. Melissa, just learned about Keep and find it very useful. I love it. The calendar for sure, Cheryl. Okay, we're going to keep on going. You can keep adding your comments if you'd like, just because time, we want you to do well. So we're going to go live. So I'm going to escape out of here. And we're going to go straight into our calendar. So there are two ways to make a calendar appointment. I call them the easy way and the hard way. So the easy way for me, actually, we'll start with the hard way. The hard way is up in the top left corner, that create button. So if I click that, I'm going to say this is, and I'm going to call it delete me, because I always make appointments and I don't call them delete me, and then I can't remember what they are, and I try and figure out where I'm supposed to go, and delete me is safer. So delete me. Notice these three buttons here. These are pretty important, and we're going to talk about appointment slots in detail in a minute, but out of office immediately makes it so that it's going to decline any meeting you get, and it's going to show people that you are out of the office and automatically tell people you're declining because you're out of the office. So that's kind of cool. The event one is an actual calendar appointment. So under event, we're going to click more options. Notice that I can switch calendars here. So these are all the calendars I have created. Remember that all of your Google Classrooms have a calendar. So some of these here that you're looking at are Google Calendar or Google Classroom calendars. So you can put things on there that easily. So choose your calendar. By default, it's always you. And I'm going to click more options. Now I can invite Gail to my appointment. And I can invite Lester to my appointment. And I can say that by default, I have it where it's going to pop up a notification on the top right of my screen 5 minutes before. I can add notifications. They can be emails. So maybe 10 minutes before, I'm going to get an email and pray that I actually look at it. So I can add notifications here. I know, right? I can make it so that no one can see. I don't care if you have access to see my calendar or not. If I mark it private, no one will be able to see what's on that calendar appointment for that time slot, except for me and whoever I invite. Everyone else will see that I'm busy at that time slot. Public means that if someone else has access to my calendar, they'll be able to see it. And default visibility is what it's typically set at. So again, here are my colors. I can make my calendar whatever color I want. And I'm actually purple on this one, so that's okay. Not blue. I don't know. Denise was always blue, for those of you that know Denise. So I guess I left her blue and I was purple. Whatever. So if I want to make this a Google Hangout, so that, let's say I'm interviewing for a job or I can't get to wherever that person is, I can add conferencing and I can add a Hangout meet.
That's one of my new favorites.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just quickly see someone and talk to them.
Yep. And that way I can see you, you can see me, we can share screens, we can do all sorts of stuff. So if you're not familiar with Hangout meets or Hangouts in general, go back and watch that archive video on that, or I'm sure we'll do it again soon.
I also like that in that you can invite out of the district.
Yes.
So like, let's say you want to meet with a parent.
Yes.
And they can't get to you. They can join you from work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And I will say that if you do meet with anyone in your classroom, make sure you're not on the audio enhancement, because then it'll go through the wall and everybody will know exactly what you're saying to who about what.
Yeah.
So be careful about that. So this is, in my opinion, the hard way to make a calendar appointment. So why is it hard? Because look, it's automatically February 26th, which is today, from 9 to 10. I have to now find a time. So I really wanted it to be March 1st, and I wanted it to be 11:30 to 12:30. Now, the other cool thing, since we're here, is this find a time. I can click find a time and I can see, oh, Gail's busy then. That's not a good time. So maybe let's make it here. But you know what? We go home at 4, so that's not a good thing. So maybe I can make it either earlier or I can choose another day. So maybe Monday looks bad. Maybe Tuesday from 10 to 11. That sounds good. Notice the time automatically changed to the date and time. I can click save, and all 3 of them are going to get a calendar appointment. And I'm going to not send it to you, and then I'm going to delete it. So that way you all don't get email. Okay, so there we go. Now, the easy way, we made it for March 5th from 10 to 11, right? So March 5th from 10 to 11. Notice how the day and the time are already there. Now I just have to put delete me, more options, add my guests. So I can add Gail, I can add Lester, and everything else is done. Oh, I have to add my Hangout Meet back in, and I'm good. I can still do the find a time, but I know that we're all in that meeting, so that's fine. And I can click save. So once I get past that initial making the appointment, the biggest difference between my easy hard is that the time and the date generates for you. You don't have to start flipping through that. So hopefully that works. And Betty just said that this suggested times is nice as well, because it tells you when everyone is free and can attend. So that is also a nice feature. I like that, Betty. But I like the find a time better. And if you're going to take the Google certification exam, you must know this find a time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. That was good.
So I'm going to X this out so we all don't get another calendar invite. And I'm going to delete this one. So delete, bye-bye. Don't send, boom, gone. There you go. Now I won't look at that and go, what is that on March 5th? Okay, so calendar appointment slots. This is a little bit challenging, so you're probably going to want to rewind and watch this again later. So let's say that from 2:30 to 3 o'clock, I want to have conferences with my parents. And I want to allow them to sign up on whatever day works for them. And I want 30-minute time slots. And maybe I'm going to stay till 3:30. So I have a 2:30 to 3 and a 3 to 3:30. So for an hour, and maybe I want to make it for the whole year. And I only want it on Tuesday, Thursdays, because Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I got other things going on, or we have staff meetings or what have you. So here's my criteria. I want from 2:30 to 3:30, 2 sessions, so a 2:30 to 3 and a 3 to 3:30, and I want it every Tuesday, Thursday from now till the end of the school year. So here we go. You ready? I'm going to go 2:30 to 3:30, and I know this day already passed. I'm going to do it anyway, and I need to make that 2:30 to 3:30. I'm going to click appointment slots. I'm going to add my title, Parent Teacher Conferences. They're 30-minute time slots already. It's on my calendar, and I'm going to click more options. Okay. Now, here we go. Add location. Miss Matthews' classroom. Okay, so they should all know where that is. And I'm going to say, okay, so we said 2:30 to 3:30, 30-minute time slots, but I need it to repeat. So I'm going to make it custom, because I could do every week on Monday. I could do daily. I could do annually on that date, or every weekday, but I want it only Tuesday, Thursday. So I'm going to do custom. I'm going to say I don't want it Mondays. I want it Tuesday, Thursday, It won't let me change Monday, so I'm going to have to change it up there. I want it to end on June 1st, right? What's the last day of school? May 31st?
Yeah.
Is that the last day of school? Yeah. Wow, that's fast. Oh my goodness, it's almost the end of it.
I was looking at the calendar this morning.
Okay, so I'm going to say done. Now, Monday won't go away because this is a Monday. So I'm going to click done, and I'm going to change this to the 26th. Now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to edit this. So I'm going to take off my Monday, see how it allows me to do that now. So it's Tuesday, Thursdays until May 31st. I'm going to click done. It's from 2:30 to 3:30, 30-minute time blocks. See how it says, here's my calendar appointment page? So I'm going to click save. Oh, before I do that, let's say Gail is my co-teacher and she has to attend every single meeting with me. So if that's the case, I want to have Gail's name on there. If the meeting's just with me because I'm the only teacher, I can get rid of Gail. Up to me. Or maybe she only works with some kids. I can make her optional. See how now she's see-through, which I know that's me. But the black means they're required. The white means they're optional. So just so you know that little trick as well. So I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to go watch how that appointment's going to come up. And I'm going to click on it. And it's going to say, here's my appointment page. So now when I go here, this is the page that I'm going to send to all of my parents. So I'm going to write up an email. I'd like to meet with each and every one of you. Please choose a day and time that works best. All meetings are on Tuesday, Thursdays from 2:30 to 3 or 3 to 3:30. Here, click this calendar link to make an appointment. The parents are going to go in and all these gray slots are going to be what they're able to sign up for. And you can see it's every week, 2:30 to 3. So if I want to pick March 26th, I'm going to click that. It's going to say, what are you booking? You're going to say save, and it's going to book the appointment for you. Notice that now that's purple, not gray. And I actually just got an email invitation from my calendar to me to make sure that I'm actually free on that day and time. Now, what's also cool is, let's say I have a dentist appointment on this day and I can't do it. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click delete, and I'm going to do it for this event only and say, okay. Now that'll go away and everything else will stay. It looks like everyone can see everything else on my calendar. Is there a way to prevent that?
Well,
oh,
you mean when they do the time slots? I was thinking, can you create a parent conference calendar?
So here's you are seeing your calendar and all the gray. You're only going to see, like for me, the purple when it's me. The parents are only going to see, where is it? They're not going to see the purple. Only you will see the purple, if that makes sense. They're only going to see the gray. Where would a parent put their name so you know who? Well, when they click it, it's going to come up with their name, or they can always edit and say Sigalakis, and they can put their name right there. Or whoever books the appointment, it'll come up as their email address so you know that it's them. Does that make sense? I hope so.
It's going to prompt something for them to put in something if they're not signed into a Google.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to cancel that. So that is calendar appointments. I know it's difficult, which is why I said you may want to rewind and watch again.
Play around with the buddy.
Yeah. Play around with the buddy. Lester sent us a link. Let's see. I don't think they can see everything. Check my school computer lab. So here's his. And you can see, I can see my purple. It's still my purple. And then all the gray is Lester's. So you're only going to see you and the calendar that you're trying to sign up for. Make sense? Hopefully. And then if I click 5th period, I'm going to reserve it, and notice how my name pops up so that Lester knows that I'm the one booking the computer lab. Thank you, Lester. That was a great example. I'm glad you were able to share that. That's perfect. And that's a great way. I'm glad you shared that because a lot of people make you come to the computer lab to sign up for a time slot on paper because they're afraid that, you know, if they have a calendar that's open that people can, you know, go and change, that they're going to take off someone's name and put their name on.
That's
or
true, yeah.
Even on paper, if they just leave the paper up there, they're going to erase someone's name and put the other name up. So these calendar appointments are really, really a great way to protect that. So good idea, Lester. Thank you. I'm glad you shared that because honestly, people have asked me and I never even thought to suggest this.
Yeah.
So you're brilliant. But we knew that. Okay, moving on. Keep and tasks. So that pretty much in a nutshell is calendar. Oh, check this out. Type in, okay, so I'm over here on add calendar. Type in district calendar. Actually, don't even need to. There's my district calendar. Are you ready for this one? Boom. Everything, it'll come up here. Mine's green. And I'm going to make it so you can see a month. Everything that's green is the same exact thing that's on that calendar on the district website with the pencils and the phones and the all of that. So Kim Culp and I realized that both of us were entering every single thing on our own calendars and that it was like redundant. And so we thought if he and I are doing it, the whole district's probably doing that. Ooh, so why don't we just make one for everyone? Good. So Kim Culp and I now have to do that every year, but it really only takes like an hour. It's really not that horrible. So we are happy to do that for you. And I hope that that helps you greatly because that's a pretty cool trick right there. If I want to make a new calendar, this same thing, it says add calendar, but these 3 little dots, I can make a new calendar. And basically I just put in the name, make sure you're Eastern time. Somebody made one for Pacific time, and we couldn't figure out why we kept missing each other by 3 hours. There you go. So yeah, be mindful of that. And you can make that calendar. You just put the name in and click create. All of these are calendars that I have made or the Google Classroom I have made. And then down here are other people's calendars. So you can see how I have way too many people down there, but you can add other people's calendars really easily. And then if you want settings for your calendar to see who can see what, if you just click your name, this is probably the most important. Make available for School District of Palm Beach County to see whether you're free or busy. If you don't have a excuse me. If you don't have a check mark next to that, I would highly suggest you do that. Otherwise, all they're going to see when they do that find a time is your name with a little star next to it. And they're not going to be able to see if you're free or busy or what. They won't be able to see what you're doing, just whether or not you have other things on your calendar at that time. So hopefully that helps. Okay, moving on. Over here on the right of your calendar and also on the right of your mail now are keep and tasks. So we have 5 minutes. Woo, that's fast. So Google Keep, I call it sticky notes on crack because it's amazing. So I could go to Keep. I could go to Keep. So if I just type in keep.google.com, y'all know I could just keep training you all day, right? This is like fun for me. So keep.google.com is here, or I can do it here. So here I could take a new note and say, watch Grayson from 4 to 5. And I could title it Grayson. And I could change the color of my sticky note because you know all of us, we have to have the pretty sticky notes. I could make it check boxes. So I could show the check boxes and I could have it like a list of things that I have to do, or I could take those away, either one. I can add reminders. So if I have a reminder, so I want it later today. Oop, not then, sorry. I want to make it at 4 o'clock. I wonder if I could just click. Yeah, I could. So at 4 o'clock, I want a reminder on February 26th and it does not repeat and I click save. So now February 26th, if I go back to week so we can actually see, oops, what's going on. February 26th at 4 o'clock. It didn't refresh yet, I guess. It will show up on my calendar eventually. Sometimes it takes just a minute, but it does show up on your calendar that at 4 o'clock, you have that meeting or you have that reminder of whatever it is that you need to do. So today at 4, I can add people to my notes. So if we look down here, we were talking about, originally we were having an event at Suncoast. So we wanted to make sure we had enough parking spaces for everyone. And you can see Kim Culp and I are sharing this meeting or this keep note so that he and I can both collaborate and make sure that we know what's going on. Also, I like having these up here. So I just put a little pin. So if I were to go down here and click a pin, it's like your bulletin board, right? So anything pinned is up on the top and anything unpinned goes back down to the bottom. They automatically arrange by date, and you can also make it so that it's one big long list if you wanted to, or you can make it the thumbnail view. So hopefully that's pretty easy for you. There's also an extension called Save to Keep. So if I'm at a website and so the Chrome Web Store is where I get these extensions, and it doesn't work there. But if I'm on any other website and I want to take a note on that, I click the little Save to Keep and I can take the note. Don't forget. And I can say, and it automatically saves it. So now I can click back to this and you're going to see that's going to appear probably right at there. And it even links you to the mail message that you were on, which is kind of nice. We're running out of time, Gail. We got 2 minutes. We didn't even talk about tasks. So tasks. She's so quiet over there. She's supposed to keep me on the ball.
I know. I was looking at the time. What about going from mail to add the mail into the, like, directly from mail?
We did it the opposite way. Okay. So if I'm here, I'm going to trash that one. So if I'm here and I click a mail message and I take a new note, look, the mail message is automatically there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool also.
Keeps you on track with your emails that you have to respond to.
Yes. So tasks. So it looks the same whether you're in calendar or there. Basically is your to-do list. So you can add whatever you want. Notice you can still add that mail message to there. So if I'm in mail and I want to make a new task, I can conferences. And I can add that. I can also add due dates, I believe, to this as well. So I can make sure, and I can add subtasks, which is also kind of nice. I can add details to it. So all sorts of things. So these are all built in right there.
You can also drag and drop them out in order.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, sorry. We're thinking the same way.
Yeah, we are. So yeah, you can move these in whatever order, but I think I can also drag and drop things from within here over to here. No, yeah?
I thought you could do that. Might be, which one are you in, tasks?
Yes. Maybe it's in keep?
Yeah. Maybe, let's see.
And what is also nice is in keep, if you're in docs, and I'm going to do this really quick with my little fun extension, but let's say I've just taken notes on my keep with my class. And yeah, we do. We need a webinar for just keep and tasks. We have to do that. You're so smart, Martha. But let's say I just went and took a whole bunch of notes in keep for a paper that I'm about to write. And I want all of this in my Google Doc. Look. Boom! How cool is that? All I did was drag and drop.
Cool. Yeah.
So if I'm doing a collaborative project in my classroom, I gather up all my students on the one keep note. We can collaborate. We can all take notes and then drag and drop to make that Google Doc, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you drag and drop the emails in the task. It's task.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. Okay, so we are totally out of time, and I know you all have to go teach your little ones. So in the essence of time, start typing in my chat window. Now that we've shown you all sorts of things and ran out of time, what's your favorite feature? It's probably a lot different than what you showed me before or what you shared with me before. And your homework. So your homework is due March 12th. All homework for this semester is due March 12th. I'm going to try and grade it and get it back to you in about a week. So you need to be in attendance for, you have to watch it. And the live part is now actually not so live. If you wanted to watch the recording and get points, you could actually do that. The implementation homework, I try and make it so very, very easy for you. Take a picture of you using Keep, Tasks, or Calendar somehow that I taught you, and take a picture of it, a screenshot. You can use the snipping tool. You can use PicMonkey as an extension. There's all sorts of ways to do it, and submit that into ELM. And that survey. My cough is coming back. I hate that.
Not my fault.
Not your fault. Not yet. Gail's not. She's starting to get a cold. We think. You should see us.
We're very far apart.
We're far apart. Yes. We have the microphone kind of spaced out right in the middle. So the survey is your normal PD survey that you do every time. All homework is due March 12th. I hear a lot of Keep. A lot of people are loving Keep and Tasks over here. So March 25th. If you have not registered yet, register. In fact, I'm going to copy this for you so you do not have to try and figure out what that says. And I'm going to paste it. This is the link to register for our Tech Talk conference. So normally we have a huge technology conference in March. This year, instead of having it in March, we're going to move it to November 8th. We've been trying to get it in the fall for years, and we finally have accomplished that. So we're having a mini conference March 25th. If you're a ITSA or STST, I don't know that this is going to be very beneficial for you. So before I waste your time, I wanted to throw that out there. This is more teaching and learning.
Working with kids on the 4 C's.
Yes, what Gail said. So if you can also, and I'll copy this for you too.
Come join us next week.
Yes.
For grading and assessment tools, we're going to go into Google Classroom and talk about some of the new features for grading and giving kids feedback and having them interact with that feedback.
Woohoo! So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Google Classroom, grading and assessment. And I guess that's it because there's no other slide. I'm clicking. Normally I have a thank you slide, but thank you. Feel free to email Gail or me anytime with any questions. And if you need any help at all, just let us know. We're always here for you. And you can, again, I know that appointment slot thing is hard. Feel free to rewind and replay and do whatever you need so that you can master that if you need to, because I think it's a really valuable tool. It's just a little complicated at first. Once you do it once or twice, no problem.
There's also, not that we're out of time, but
there's
also an app on your phone for keeping tasks.
Ooh.
That's very, it looks very much similar to when you open it on your screen. It's colorful. It's easy to drag and drop things. So,
and the task one is new.
Take it to go.
Keep has been there for a while, but Tasks is brand new as an app. So that'll allow you to take your to-do list with you wherever you are.
Betty's asking, and I think the answer is yes. If you register for the first half of the year, you have to register for the second as well.
Yes. So there's 3 actually. The first half is August to December. The second is January to March, and the third is March to June. So all of them, the first one's closed, so we can't do anything in the first one anymore. But the next 2 are open and available. So if you have not registered yet, feel free to now. Any other questions before we go? Have a wonderful afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Tell your friends to come see us at 3. And again, these are all on YouTube for you to watch at any time you want. And also, I'm supposed to toot my own horn. If you guys go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, I get this, like, I don't even know, like all sorts of elevated permissions based on the number of people subscribed to my channel. So if you have not subscribed yet, if you go, let's see how you do that. I know that like once you're watching it,
it's the red button on the bottom that says subscribe. You don't see it. You won't see it. They see it.
I can't subscribe to my own channel, but you can see it.
It's red on the bottom. It just says subscribe. If you click on that, then you're going to get notifications and reminders.
Awesome. Yay. That way I can bug you without even trying to bug you. Yeah. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you soon.